Kate, tell us why elder law is a practice area.
Yeah, I started out in private practice and I sat down with clients and I helped them with their estate plans, guardianship, special needs planning, and I really loved it. I loved working with clients. I loved being able to meet their needs. They were so appreciative. These clients were so happy. At the end of the day, I was able to resolve their issue. I was able to educate them. And at the end of the day, they said thank you. And I felt great because I was able to make a difference. And I felt that I was able to make a difference. And so I switched over to public interest a few years later, and I'm still making a difference. I help people with Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, housing, and I answer questions about public benefits and how they work or how they don't, but I provide guidance to people who are looking for answers and trying to figure out the rules, because as you know, those are really tricky rules and the policies change.
It is different than a lot of other areas in the law in that people say, thank you, I'm so appreciative of your work at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the colleagues that we have in the elder law section.
Yes. It's a really collaborative section of the bar. Everyone helps each other out, and we have a lot of people who have varying levels of experience. Some are brand new to the elder law field, and some have been doing it for 25 years, their whole career. But we help each other out, and there's mentorship, and there's a sharing of knowledge, kind of an all boats rising concept where the people are sharing experience and they want to make sure that the new people are, the new attorneys are understanding as much as they can, because that's going to make them better attorneys.
What are the different areas of the law that you need to know as an elder law attorney?
That's a great question. I sometimes feel like I'm a little bit of a jack of all trades because I work a little bit with housing and a little bit with consumer law as well. I work with clients 60 and older, and I help out a lot with public benefits and the coordination of public benefits, and specifically a lot of Medicare and long-term care Medicaid, food share, Social Security benefits. I really think an elder law attorney should have knowledge about not just those public benefits and Medicaid, but also marital property law, guardianship, that's really important. Sometimes there's even a little bit of an interaction with family law, and some elder law attorneys do that, but not all of them.
Yeah. And with our aging population, it seems like the demographics of Wisconsin and the United States are trending towards needing more of this in the future.
For sure. There is definitely a huge demand for elder law attorneys right now, especially in northern Wisconsin, but even in all parts of Wisconsin, we're definitely noticing that. We have a good number of attorneys now, but we have some who are retiring within the next 5 years, so we're losing a lot of our experience at that point. And so we are encouraging new attorneys who are looking for a new challenge, who are looking for an area to add to their practice. This is a really wonderful area of law to practice in. And as I said, you go home and you feel good about yourself, right? You can look yourself in the mirror at the end of the night and know you did a great job and helped someone out. I have a lot of clients who have sent a plant, or one sent chocolate covered strawberries, and she was my favorite.
This last week I got a case of homemade jelly along with 2 different bottles of homemade wine from one of my clients. So that was interesting.
Right. And so that's really wonderful. But there's a huge demand, and so we're definitely in need, and we're going to be in need of more elder and special needs planning attorneys, the baby boomer generation, but it's also helping put together a special needs trust for someone who has a child with disabilities or special health care needs. So there's a really good demand for this, and people are choosing to be in this field because they love it. They want to help out other people.
Some of the benefits of the Elder and Special Needs Law section from the State Bar.
Yeah, it's a great section to join. We have a email listserv, and people can send in a question, and then other attorneys who might know the answer or might have relevant points to bring up will chime in. And so you're not just getting the experience of one person as a mentor, you're getting experience from a variety of attorneys, some who are also CPAs, some who specialize in certain areas of law. So you're getting a really diverse answer a lot of times, and you might have 10 attorneys responding to your post or your email providing information to help you with your answer. So you're able to get a really great benefit from that. And
the experience from all across the state as well.
Very
so
good
you
point.
get someone from Eau Claire County and Milwaukee County and Dane County, and that'll all chime in and say, well, this is how it works a little bit around here.
Right. And that perspective geographically is really important as well. So it's really great to have that elder law email listserv for the knowledge and experience of everyone else. You also have access to our elder law journal, which is like a newsletter, and we publish that with information that's relevant for members who are practicing elder or special needs law. So changes in the law, important things to keep in mind when drafting documents, things that are newsworthy. So it's very important for people to stay up to date on what they're doing. And we also put together CLE seminars that are relevant to areas of practice, and also informing our attorneys about upcoming changes or things that they might need to be aware of, considerations when drafting documents, and providing expertise to hear from attorneys who work in similar areas of law or the same area of law. So
I find that if I attend the elder law section CLEs each year, I get all of my credits plus, and I know everything that I need to know. So that's for sure.
Yes, agreed, yeah. Now, how about you, John? Can you tell me why you've joined the section and what some client success story might be?
Yeah, that to me, the section is the collaboration with colleagues that just is unparalleled, and it's almost impossible to meet a nicer group of people out there. One interesting elder law success story that I have recently is this past year I worked on a case for a gentleman who had lived on a farm his entire life. He had this farm, it's in Kewaunee County. He had 2 sons, one of which who also lived on the farm with him and helped him with the farm. When he went to the nursing home, we were able to take advantage of some of the exceptions in the Medicaid eligibility handbook to transfer that farm to the son and protect it for the family to keep that family farm going for generations to come. If he had not known about the concept of elder law attorneys, that farm would have had to have been sold and used to pay for his care, and it would just end up with, the end of the line for that family farm.
Right. Or subject to estate recovery.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a number of concerns, so it's so good that they came to you.
Yeah.
I met someone yesterday who was asking me for information. His wife had just gone into an assisted living home, and she had dementia, and he wasn't able to care for her anymore. And he was asking, what should I be doing? I don't know how to prepare. We're probably going to need Medicaid. And he said in the not too distant future, we might be looking at Medicaid. And so I referred him to an elder law attorney in his part of the state. And he asked me, he said, well, is this person going to be able to look at my powers of attorney and tell me if they're still valid? And is this person going to be able to look at my will and tell me if it looks okay? And is this person going to be knowledgeable about Medicaid and what I should do? And I said, all of those things.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
So I said, it's like a one-stop shop for all of those things if you go to an elder law attorney.
For sure. Sometimes we'll have clients come to us and say, is it too late? And in my opinion, it's never too late to talk to an elder law attorney. Even if you don't have the 5 years to give assets away, there's still other things that can be done that almost always there's things that can be done to make life in the nursing home or life in the assisted living facility better for that client.
I definitely agree. Right. Because otherwise that person's just getting a $45 personal needs allowance, and you might be able to set up a special needs trust for them.
Or WISPAC trust.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
We hope to have you as part of the Elder and Special Needs Law section. Please consider joining. You'll find that it's collaborative and really a lot of fun. wisbar.org/join.